And welcome back to Property Palz. My name is Ben.
My name is Marcus.
And we are so excited to be back for another week of the podcast.
Ben, I'm very excited. What have you been excited about on the weekend? Are we sad? Are we happy?
We're a little bit disappointed, aren't we?
I'm not in full Brisbane Lions kit today, so unfortunately the Lions lost. But
That's right.
Ben, it's just a game of football, isn't it?
That's a game of football, and the most important thing here is the property.
Property Palz. Ben, we've got 5 Ripper Dipper properties today, and I believe I am starting.
You got number 5. Tell us about it, Marcus.
Ben, 202 of 811 Park Street, Brunswick. Now, it's an auction quoted between 525 to 575k.
Oh, that's a tantalising amount of money.
Tantalising.
First time stamp duty.
Tantalising. 1 bed, 1 bath, 1 car.
Okay.
61 square metres it says internally as per RP data. So that would be approximately $9,426 per square metre, approximately.
Okay, not bad.
Built in 2018, last sold by the looks of it off the plan in 2014 for 495k, and it hasn't gone up a lot since then, Ben.
A little bit of appreciation there. So if it sells for that a bit above the upper range of that quote range, or if it sells for 575, 80k or so. Okay. Not bad.
Yeah, over what?
Not massive, but not bad.
Not massive.
At least didn't go down.
It's got a massive 12 square metre balcony, but it faces south. Ben, on that balcony, I'm coming to the south first.
Huge balcony.
It's a massive deck. And if you look at the balcony itself, it's got frosting, Ben, around it. Can you tell me why that would be?
So we're going to pop up a picture here where you'll see where it's identified. It is a penthouse.
Well, it is a penthouse. It's a 1-bedroom penthouse.
A penthouse. But you're right. So the balcony, it's got frosting around it. Why would that be, Marcus?
Ben, in this instance, I know why it's to the left. It's so no overlooking to your neighbour. However, it would be about overlooking, but Ben, I don't really understand because the road is right in front of you.
It's an interesting point because normally when you see frostings with balconies and balustrades, which are basically which are the barriers when you're on a balcony so you don't fall off, but they also often serve sometimes as to restrict the view so you don't look over into the private or public open space of an area. Private open space?
Correct, yeah, private usually.
But this one, you're right, Marcus, because directly in front of this is
public.
a road.
Yep.
So it's okay to look over into.
Well, yes, Ben. I just think there's a question here is why do you need it there? Because it would be so much nicer if you could look all the way out through to the park.
I agree.
In terms of the actual layout, Ben, let's have a look. So it's got a very generous living room. I like the hardwood floors. Oh, yeah. I also like how the windows, you have them coming from the south, but also from the side as well, Ben.
Yeah.
So that is actually quite desirable when you look at it. It's a top floor apartment, as you said, oversized, corner. It's got great views. I think if you go to the kitchen, it's compact, Ben.
I think that's compact. It's got it's like an L shape or a corner, so that is useful when you're in the kitchen. You're cooking up 2 meals and you're washing up at the same time.
Yep. Oh. If you go to the floor plan, Ben, do you mind just going to the bathroom's right at the back behind the bedroom. The bedroom isn't huge, so if you look at it, it's 2.9 by 3.4. It's okay. But it's kind of a long and skinny apartment, and it's got the bathroom in the back with the laundry. I don't mind it, Ben, but your entry's a fair way from your living area.
That is. So your entry, then you walk down. What is actually quite nice, though, it gives a little bit of separation because sometimes if the entry opens directly into the living room area, it feels not as private.
Yeah.
But even though that's
also used as part of the living area.
That's right. So every square metre is counting, but this one has a little bit of a walkway. So I don't think it's too bad, Marcus. And it's got a car.
It does, Ben. Great. Near Royal Park's Western Oval. It's a short stroll to the number 58 tram. Royal Park Golf Course, near Jewel Station, Sydney Road. I really like this one for that price.
Not bad, good size. Anyway, let's go on to number 4, Marcus. We're going to the suburb of Carlton. This is townhouse number 1 of 29 University Street, Carlton.
Ben, I wonder why it's called University Street.
Well, Marcus, that is a very, very, very good question. It's near the university. Oh, nice. And so then this is a 2-bed, 1 bath, 1 car auction being quoted for $870,000 to $930,000. Now, Marcus, this one last sold over 10 years ago in July 2010 for $660,000.
Right,
so it's about, 50% potentially up that time.
Yep.
This townhouse, and when I say townhouse, because it looks like it's a row of 12 townhouses. Now, we'll throw up a picture of the front of the property and then the back of the property where you can see you park your cars just behind at the back of the property. So 12 in a row. But it is a townhouse. This is not just a unit on a level. It's a townhouse. You walk in from the ground.
What's its land component, Ben?
That's a good question.
I will check for you.
You're the land man. And so it's close to Melbourne Museum. It's really close, like a stone's throw, maybe a vortex throw, as we like to say, from Carlton Gardens and the Melbourne Museum.
You don't say?
So you are quite an academic, aren't you, Marcus?
Oh,
So you
Ben,
like
I
going
try.
over to the Melbourne Museum. But so it's been around when I looked to Google Street View since November 2007. So it's been over 15 years. 12 townhouses, general residential zoned, and the OC fees are $1,400 per year.
Interesting, Ben. Like with the OC fees, why is there an OC fee when there's no shared road?
It's good because it's a subdivision.
I know, but what is it actually servicing?
Well, it's the common property.
But
so
where is the common property?
Now, I'm just looking at the front of the property there. I assume that these townhouses are all, in a line. But see this one here, if we pop up the photo there where you can see the front of the property, there's one entry, but that might be to two different townhouses. So I think what you got to do though, this is a must inspect. You go in there, you have a look, walk all around the property and see,
see it, feel it.
what's going on. But I guess the attraction of that $1,400
cheap
is not too much compared to sometimes apartment buildings might be, for a 2-bedroom might be $4,000, $5,000.
Yeah, $6,000 even, some of them. So Ben, would you buy this one?
I don't mind it. I think it's a cute location. It is very attractive to potentially to lease out to students.
What about the laneway, Ben, behind it?
It's a good point because we'll pop up a photo of this laneway here. You're right. The entry to the car park here, you can see there is units. People nearby. It's safety.
Is it passive surveillance? Okay, I see what you mean.
It.
Ben, should we move on?
I reckon let's jump on to our number 3.
Now, Ben, I've done my due diligence today, and I always do, but I do, you dirty dog. 173 George Street, Fitzroy. Now, this is a 3-bed, 1-bath, Ren car. Auction 1.75 to 1.85 million.
Very nice.
Now it's heritage, as you can see. It's a double-fronted facade, bluestone and brick Victorian residence. Corner block. It's on a neighbourhood residential zone, heritage overlay, so obviously highly doubtful in terms of development upside.
It's a funny shaped block, isn't it?
It is a bit of a funny shaped block, Ben. Like, you like funny shapes. What do you think of that one?
Well, I guess it's an L, but maybe if you buy it, it's a W.
That was not bad.
Come on, keep going.
All right, so it's built in 1880. So,
wow.
Ben, that's nearly as old as you. And then 230 square metres of land, 116 square metres internal. So if we're doing a land rate on a heritage house, which perhaps doesn't have the development upside, it's approximately $8,043 per square metre. It's small land component. It last sold in May 2021 for 1.76 million, interestingly, Ben. And it's asking 1.75 to 1.85, so they wouldn't make much money because of the stamps on top.
That's
if they
true.
sold at the upper end of the range. They might even lose money.
So they might want to be making a little bit more money on that.
Yep.
And so when was the last sale at? May 2021?
21, and then 2017 it was 1.465.
Okay, so 2 years ago.
And 1981, 62k.
Fairly quick turnaround, isn't it?
Yeah, a little bit
2
quick.
years. Oh no, 2.5. Things change, I guess.
I guess they do, Ben. There is one bathroom.
Well, how was it if you bought it in 1981 for $62,000?
You'd be quite old now, though. So
that's true, actually.
You probably wouldn't want it. There is one bathroom for all those different bedrooms, Ben. What do you think about that? Have a look at the floor plan. Just throw it up for me.
Yep, and we'll throw up the floor plan. I can see there, as with some of these older properties, that you've only got one bathroom. You do have the bath, so if you like to have a bath, that's a good thing.
I do like a cheeky bath. Yes.
It's got a skylight, which is nice.
But you have to go through these bedrooms and you have to go to the kitchen and dining and be like, hello, and then you have to go to your bath and take your towel out.
It's good if you want to have a snack along the way, but
Cheeky
you're
peek.
right. One bathroom for 3 to potentially even 4 bedrooms, it can be a little bit intense.
If I was renovating this, Ben, to be quite honest, I would consider changing one of these bedrooms into an ensuite.
Oh, okay.
And you might want to extend out if you had the possibility. But I'm just saying, those are big bedrooms which are great at the front.
Yeah.
And you might change this one to an ensuite just because it's the back. It's the far back one that looks into the internal courtyard.
It's a good point. I think if 2 or 3 bedrooms are enough, the dining room then wouldn't be huge. But
could you extend it out maybe if it's not here?
If it's neighbourhood residential, you could potentially add 1 level subject to planning approval.
Heritage, it just depends on what you can change.
Oh, yeah.
But Benjamin, I'm just looking here. The dining room faces south. Not too much natural light. I love the fireplaces. I love the hardwood floors. I do think that it's quite unique. So someone would fall in love with the heritage aspect to it, the exposed brick. But overall, Ben, would you like this one in Fitzroy?
Look, I think Fitzroy is a very cool suburb. It's a very livable area, and I think for a house, might be something that float someone's boat.
And it's got a carport there.
Which is good. And that looks like you could almost drive 2 down there. I'm not sure what that garden area there is, but it would be a tandem, but that might be a garden bed or something.
Could that also be, maybe you've got a permit, you could make that a new, another bedroom.
You might also have an on-street car park too,
Yes,
permit that you can apply for. So the 1 car, 2 cars, probably enough
1 car,
for
2
a family.
car, 3 car, 4.
There we go. On to number 2.
Benjamin, we're flying.
Now, number 2, guys, we're going to Abbotsford. So not too far away. This is Unit 2 of 2A Mollison Street, Abbotsford.
Oh, check out that.
This is a 2-bed, 2-bath, 1 car pad, isn't it,
Wow,
Marcus?
Ben, I've never seen a pad like.
It's a pad. Now, I had so much that I wanted to talk about this one,
Ooh.
that it's an auction quoted for $1.29 to $1.34 million. This one, it's good, just makes you smile, doesn't it? It last sold for $1.275 million in September 2019. It's neighbourhood residential zone. There's a heritage overlay
He's gone through it quick.
Concord Station, and it has 2 parking permits. And do you know what? Subject to planning approval, you can even add a rooftop terrace.
You know what, Ben? That's actually a good find. But look at your notes; they're skinny, just like the second bedroom. That second bedroom's very skinny.
Okay, come on, let's pop up the floor plans.
2.8.
2.8. It's not big, but it's not too bad because it's 5.2 metres long.
Well,
so it's
Ben,
like a
do you
limo,
like
that
it wide
room.
or do you like it long?
Well, I think when you calculate the area overall, 2.8 is a little bit skinny, but that's probably big enough for a bedroom. I think that's okay. I think that's okay because it's long.
All right, I guess.
The main bedroom, 4.1 by 3.3, pretty good. The entry there, you got an ensuite, you got a walk-in robe, the bathroom with a bath, kitchen, and the bedroom's north facing and the balcony
And
there.
that little study up the top, Ben, like, is that
Oh.
to die for? Just a little area. You're like, I'm working from home today, peeps.
That's right.
And you're like, oh yes, I'm gonna make some money.
Got to walk to the office, do some deals, and
I love
how's
the
that
exposed
fireplace?
brick.
Oh, and then the roof there, like, this is something special.
What kind of era? What do you call this type of building, Ben?
A warehouse
An
conversion.
industrial warehouse conversion.
Ah, very good.
I'm trying to keep up with the lingo.
Now, this location-wise, look, I think when you go down to Street View, you can have a look at it. Like, it looks very cool from the outside. Fortunately, when you look around there, it's not like there's a heck of a lot of high-rise developments around that immediate vicinity that's going to block out your view. It's got like a cute little park area
Can
too.
you tell me, is that a pocket park that's the tiniest pocket? It looks new.
I think it is. Yeah, it's a pocket park.
Go back.
Can't look at it. No, it's going out of control. Anyway, I think this is a cool one. I think for some sort of person, it's not, for a 2-bed warehouse conversion, this could suit, a family with maybe 1 kid. Could suit downsizers. It's convenient with the train station nearby.
Yes,
and I think
I
it looks
agree.
really nice.
Now, you're an absolute king, Ben.
On to number 1, Marky.
Number
Bring
1,
it.
Ben, I'm going to bring it home, long and strong, 37/39 Esplanade East, Port Melbourne. Do you like the Port of Melbourne?
I do like Port Melbourne. I think it's a very, very cool suburb.
Do you like 2-bed, 2-bath, 2-car properties?
Ooh, that's
Apartments?
tickling my fancy.
Oh, tickle it, Ben. The contact agent, so I believe probably private sale, 950 to 1 million, 950k to 1 million. 88 square metres, it says internally, thus
Okay.
approximately $11,363 per square metre.
Okay.
Built in 1998, last sold in 2008 for 610k, sold in 1997 off the plan for 275k.
So in 2018 or 2008 it sold for 680?
2008.
Ah, okay.
Sorry,
So
2008.
15 years ago?
Yes.
Not bad.
GRZ, so obviously it's part of a development,
Mm.
general residential zone. It is in a complex, it's been renovated. It is in the award-winning Beckton built port development.
Beckton, there we go.
Beckton,
Now, that's a very well-known older
Developer.
Melbourne developer. They developed quite a lot of different things all around Melbourne.
They did, Ben. Beckton did, yes. Ben, I absolutely love the bedroom separation. Have a
I
look
think
at
so
that bedroom
too.
separation.
When we talk about our preference for these separated bedrooms, proper kitchen there, I think you can't get too much better than that.
Isn't that, you literally could not get much better. You've got I love the little meals and living room. You've got larger spaces, separate meals room. But Ben, that main bedroom, tell me more. It's big.
It is very big. So 4.1 by 3.6.
Oh, that's the
that's the
secondary
second one, and then the first one 3.4 by 3.7. That's, when you've got a bedroom, that's a good size. Also, it's got the walk-in robe, so the wardrobe doesn't eat into any of that area.
Ben, bigger is better in this situation.
I think so too. But
Pardon me.
I think every sort of square metre is working. This too is quite attractive because you can see the entry there. It has, turns around the corner. So as soon as you enter into the the property. You can't look into either the bedrooms, nor can you look into the living room. So that's quite attractive, I think.
Also, Ben, it'd be a great place to hang some art, just straight
Wow, there you go.
straight ahead of you, smack
Have
bang
they
in the
done
middle.
that in the picture?
The naked sculptures that you usually have in your place.
Yes, I guess so. But overall, I think, a very attractive property. It's got a pool too as well.
Pool. I think, Ben, the one thing that you want to check with this is the OC fees.
That's right.
And the OC fees may be a little bit more. Do you have a lift? I think you might in this development.
Maybe in this one.
The pool you have as well. I've got a couple of little more things.
It's like a 25-metre pool.
It's a big pool. It's deep northwest facing balcony in your space. So it's great for entertaining. It's like a resort. The 25-metre pool, yes. It's footsteps to both Bay Street and Port Melbourne Beach, cafes, breakfasts.
Love it.
You go to the beach and just go for a bit of a dippy.
Love it.
You also could catch the light rail into town for a show, work, or the grand final, which
How
we
good's that?
lost.
I think, Marcus, we've talked about 5
Ripper,
super duper properties.
which one would you buy? Which one would you like to live in, Ben?
So I think, let's just go through them. So we had Brunswick, we had Carlton, we had Fitzroy, we had, I reckon that warehouse conversion just ticks so many boxes.
Ben, that warehouse conversion, good God, imagine just at night.
Port Mel, one good value. It's also a very well designed apartment too as well, so I can see why they're up there on these Wix top 5.
All right, thank you so much, Property Palz. Make sure you like, subscribe,
and turn on notifications too as well, because you just don't want to miss out on one of these properties, or you might miss out on a good deal.
This was episode 29, Ben.
29. We're going to come next week for the big 3-0.
And we've got a massive, exciting announcement next week. We'll be filming somewhere else soon.
But you got to tune in to the next episode to find out.
You
Okay,
do.
see you later, guys.
Bye-bye.